Plastic is a part of our lives. We use it every day, but scientists say so much of it becomes pollution, harming the environment, animals, and ultimately humans. Tonight, it hits home. We are putting ourselves here at First Coast News to the test to see how we can be more environmentally responsible. Here's Jessica Clark.
Plastics and trash cans, wasted paper, aluminum cans in the waste bins. We have no recycling program here at First Coast News, and I knew something could be better.
Let's go upstairs, because that's a big kitchen.
I invited Tara Dodson to First Coast News to give us some advice.
All single use. Everything in there is single use.
She is a sustainability consultant with Full Circle Natural Resource Management.
You could go to paper or bamboo stirrers.
She helps companies that want to become more earth-friendly, and in the long run...
You have saved companies money.
I have, yeah.
More about that later.
This is in the trash, and that's recyclable.
She literally went through our trash to investigate.
Now we're getting down and dirty.
Yeah.
Look at this. This whole bin is recyclable.
Okay, let's go to the studio. So these are our recycling bins.
Here at First Coast News, there is one man who recycles these newscast scripts.
Recycling is by far the best approach that you can take right now.
First Coast News is one of many companies analyzing its sustainability issues.
These are our soup to goes.
Steve LeClaire and his business partners at Beachcomber Restaurant in St. Augustine Beach did away with all their styrofoam and plastic products, and
We switched all to steel trays for serving.
they stack better in the dishwasher than plates do.
Therefore, we're using 1/3 of our footprint of water and detergent.
It seems like every person who has made these big changes has had a turning point. For LeClaire,
I saw a picture of a tortoise, and it was like split almost into two pieces because it got caught with some type of rubber, like a band. It was horrifying.
heart-wrenching moments can lead to,
It's all about behavior change.
Behavior change.
but in the business world, it can come down to the money too. Dodson says in some cases, recycling more saves companies money because they're paying for less trash space in a landfill.
So it'll cost us
Less to recycle than it would to just do straight trash. It just costs the employees time, which is minimal.
In Duval County, like many other places, recycling pickup has to be paid for by the company. Dodson says it's all about changing priorities.
It's all about just thinking it through.
Thinking and acting, and in the long run, changing the world around us by putting less pollution in it.
After analyzing what we do here at our station, I am happy to announce that First Coast News has chosen to start a recycling program. Our motto here is help make the First Coast a better place to live, and we feel this is one way to do that. Jessica Clark, First Coast News, on your side.